So you want to overcome procrastination? This is how you do it. You realize what procrastination actually is, and that is fear. That's right. Procrastination, it's fear. You're scared of something, and that is what is holding you back. Procrastination is not laziness. It is not you don't have time or you don't feel like it. It's none of that. It's simply that you're afraid of something. Guaranteed. Think back to every time you're procrastinating, or if you're procrastinating right now, what are you afraid of? Because I guarantee there is something that you are afraid of that's holding you back. Now, there are legitimate times when you need to not work on something because you don't have the time to do it. Something else is more important. There are legitimate reasons to not do something. That's not procrastination. That's just being smart. That's being efficient. That's planning your time. Bunch of different things. But if you're just straight up procrastinating where you're not doing what you need to do, even though you know you need to do it, you're waiting till the last second or not doing it at all, it's because you're scared. Again, I don't care what you say, what you think. You don't work better under pressure. It's not that you want to do this it's because you're scared. You're scared of something. Find out what that fear is, and you will overcome procrastination. You need to ask yourself, what is it that you could be afraid of? Are you afraid of success? Sometimes success can be scary because if you are successful, if this works out, what are you going to do next? What's the next step? Maybe you didn't prepare properly. Maybe you're just not ready. You're not ready for what others are going to think. I don't know what it is, but a lot of people, you're afraid of the success. You can also be afraid of failure. You're afraid that whatever you're doing, it's not going to work out or it's not going to be good enough. Maybe you'll get the project done, but you're only going to kind of half-ass it. You know you can't actually do any better, so you procrastinate so that if it gets done and it's kind of half-assed, you're like, oh, well, I did it at the last minute, so it doesn't even matter. That's bullshit. You're doing it because you're afraid, and you use that as an excuse. Find out what it is that you're afraid of. Or honestly, you don't even need to figure out what it is you're afraid of. You just need to realize in that moment when you are procrastinating, or look back or think into the future when you think you might procrastinate or you did, what is it that you're afraid of? Realize it's somehow tied back to some sort of fear. And as soon as you realize that, just kick that fear's ass. Just stop and do the thing anyway. And you'll overcome the fear just by doing it. And even if you don't overcome the fear, you still got it done. It may be scary, probably will be scary, but the only way to overcome procrastination is to just do it. You just got to fight it. You fight it because you realize it's fear. You don't want to be someone who's living in fear all the time. You want to be someone who's successful, who's fearless. So just do it. Realize what it is and go and do it. Now, there's a couple of tips and tricks that you can use to help you overcome procrastination. Things like setting reminders, scheduling time on your calendar, things like that. But to be honest, most of that stuff is bullshit. It doesn't really work. It doesn't get to the core of how you fix the problem. And to fix the problem, like we already said, realize it's fear and overcome that fear. Now, to overcome that fear, what you got to do is change who you are. If you haven't watched my other videos, make sure to go and check them out. I've talked about this a lot, changing who you are as a person. There's the who, the how, and the what. Most people like this in the procrastination, you're thinking, what do I need to change? How do I need to change it? You're working backwards, man. Because again, the only thing you need to do is just do it. You overcome it. To do that, change not how or what you're doing, but who you are. Change to a person that's not fearful. Become someone that's fearless. Become someone who's not a procrastinator. Someone that is disciplined, that sticks to their word, that doesn't matter how scary it is, or I don't have to, whatever, you do it because you have that discipline, because it's who you are. You need to make who you are the top priority. You got to change how you think, and that will automatically change how you act. So even if you're scared, even if you don't want to do something, you just fucking do it because that's who you are as a person.